Morning everybody, it's Paul from Bully's Painting Parlour, as you know because you're watching the channel. It is absolutely boiling. It is 11:45 just outside London and it's 26 degrees already, which is mental. Luckily the painting parlour is actually pretty well insulated and I've got all the fans and stuff, but I won't be spending a great deal of time in here. I'll have to do commission work and painting and stuff tonight. What I have done this morning while the kids are watching cartoons and my wife is having a lie-in is I have done something for me. So the client's death company commission has inspired me to do a small blood angel force, and anybody who knows me will know that I don't like to use stock minis. I take to kit bash pretty much everything because I like to have unique stuff rather than the stuff that everybody else has got. And I wanted a death company dreadnought that was a Chaplain, and no Chaplain dreadnoughts, the Forge World one or anything, has a Crasarius, which is just mental because that's the coolest part about being a dreadnought, about being a Chaplain. So I decided I would make myself a Chaplain dreadnought for my death company, and I would give him a Crasarius and all the other weapon options as well. So it goes as a given that obviously he has all the other weapons options as well. You'll also see that his leg armour isn't on because I've got a freehand on a load of pictures and stuff into the windows. Well, let's take a look at this this Chaplain dread. So I've used one of the new hero bases for it and repositioned the feet and trimmed and shaved the feet, and he's pinned in 2 points, but it can be moved for painting. So it's a venerable dread body, and then you'll see the head is the head of the new Chaplain. And I like the idea of having a kind of adaptable look. So the carapace comes off, and this little hole here, it's just a pin on this one. I've also done a pin with a purity seal on, so if he's playing without, if I'm using it without the carapace, then there's a purity seal on his chest to fill out the hole. But it's a really simple system, just a couple of bits of drill and stuff, but it allows me to paint it separate, move it, and obviously I've just used one of the skulls chopped in half from the hero base set in order to do it. I haven't trimmed this yet, so you'll see flash and mould lines and stuff. All I've done is the build. So what I've done behind the stained glass windows on this arm is I've laid a thin piece of black plastic card behind them and trimmed it before I had stuck it on, because you could actually see through to the calth writing and stuff on that one, which is a bit odd. All a standard dreadnought now until this point. This is the bit you're going to want to see. So I made him a Crasius. So what I did is I used the close combat fist, and I drilled through the fist to fit the staff of the Blood Angel's Librarian Power Glaive. I cut the top off the Blood Angel's Librarian Power Glaive, and I used a piece of sprue as the T-bridge. The resin detail is from Knight's Cerastus Agitator, which is from Forge World, just one of the spare bits I had. The wings are obviously Sanguinary Guard wings, and all the purity seals are purely bits from the different dread kits. And on the back here I've used one of the shield groin sections from the dread kit, and another half of clipped skull and a few more purity seals. So it's pretty simple, but it you know, he is actually holding it. It's not just wedged in, or it's not looking crap, it's not been cut. The power fist is actually holding it like a Space Marine would hold a weapon in his gauntlet, and I really wanted it to be like that. So I've mounted the bolter underneath. But my favourite part of this mini is the Chaplain shoulder pad. Excuse the shine of all the still drying glue. So what I did is from the hero base set you get a whole load of human skulls, and all I did was shave down each human skull and then build up a kind of array of different shapes and clips of human skull. You just all watched me touch the shoulder pad then to try and focus instead of touching the iPad. That's hilarious, sorry. So you can see I've intentionally miscut and chipped some of them, and they're all on different angles and different facings, and obviously when the undercoat and stuff goes on, these thin gaps will be filled. and then invisible when it's painted. So I've kind of just built up a series of bones on his arm, and there's the one piece of Blood Angel heraldry from the Terminator kit, I think that one was from. And all in all, that creates a, obviously it's posable like all my stuff, so there's nothing's glued, it will all move, and the fists will move. All the weapon options are available as well, so this power fist comes off with the Chrysaorus off, and it has the close combat arms and everything else on it. So there we go, a Blood Angel dreadnought Chaplain with a Chrysaorus. But that's going to do some damage on the table. Right, we might as well do a little quick update on the paint as well while we're here. So the Blood Angels commission is going really well. The first round of the minis are finished. I just need to base them now, and the basing will be deep snow. But here we can see the company Chaplain. They've been purity sealed, which is why they're slightly satiny, so the client can game with them. I've got to put a white airbrush centre spot in all of the OSL for the engines. Yeah. I love this shoulder pad. I wish they mass produced these. It'd be great for a vanilla chapter. So there we go. That is the Chaplain. I've also done him a custom sanguinary priest. He wants all of his troops to be jump infantry, so I have filled the blood with resin and just painted this guy up quite nice. Love this model for a gaming model. It's a really nice kit to paint. And then I just used some sanguinary guard wings from the jump. And there we go. He will have, these guys are all going to have deep white snow on their bases. And then the next round of them are coming on nice. Hopefully that'll kind of focus. There you go. The next round are coming on, so you can see they're all work in progress at the minute. I'm conveyor belt painting them kind of 10 at a time. Just to allow some consistency. So from the stage I just showed you for those 5 assault marines, it's probably about an hour's work each on them from this point, and then they'll be finished. So I'm actually rocking in about 4 hours a miniature at the minute in combined painting time, which is a bit too much, to be honest, for a high quality gaming standard. You know, it's just too much time, but I don't want to do a half-hearted job, so I'll just have to suck it up, buttercup, because I want to make sure the client gets a really nice army. And then once I have painted all of the client's miniatures, I will then start painting mine, which will be fun. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye.